What is the good word, everybody? This is your man's the one, and that is the homeboy, the man in the middle, Big Storm, and this is the State of Basketball, BW Sports One original podcast. What is up, bro? I'm coming from the nature, you know what I mean? I decided to, you know what I mean, to hit the reserve.
Right. I hear the birds chirping out there. Yeah, see, that's why I ain't out there, man. I ain't about all them bugs. I'm not about that bug life, son.
I gotta let the candle work. It's gonna work. I just lit it. You know what I mean? Just gotta let it work.
So how was your week, man?
I mean, my week was pretty good, man. Like after we got off the air last week, we started to celebrate the anniversary of the wife and I. You know what I mean? 7 good years was Monday, so we pretty much chilled. You know, Eli made the All-Star team for Little League football. We got the text for that. So other than that, man, I just chilling, man, watching these baseball playoffs, watching these preseason NBA games, watching these WNBA semifinals. But I just been loving the sports life right now.
Right. So this is definitely the best. Go ahead.
And Michigan 6-0, and Pittsburgh won today.
Yeah. I was definitely about to say something about that Michigan. Go blue. It's nice to see, man. I know we got to take a minute. It's nice to see a team with I saw a little more moxie. I know last week I was telling you, like, hey, they look nervous. Like, they're scared to be great. There's nothing wrong. Don't be scared to be great. Just go out there and do it. It's out there for you. The running game looked amazing. Defense stepped up. The only thing, though, and I'm gonna be 100, is Nebraska's not even ranked, man. I feel like Rutgers, Nebraska. Why are we struggling with these teams that are not even ranked?
Well, I mean, I'd like to bring you on the football show to talk football with you, but we can dive into that because it's Michigan love real quick. My assessment on it, you know what I mean, with Nebraska. I've watched a little bit more of Nebraska this year than I'm pretty sure that you probably have. And Nebraska's been in games. They have been playing tough in these games and been in games. And there's been situations that have happened that keep them from, they don't know how to win games yet. You know what I mean? Kind of like how we had a couple seasons ago where we're playing real tough or we're executing, we're doing this, but we just find a way to lose instead of finding a way to win. And I think that's where Nebraska is last night. Because, you know, they was marching right down the field, and then, oops, I can't hold on to the football no more. My bad. I'll take that. I've been there. We've been there. Yeah. So that's why I think
we've been there where I feel like we've been there, but, you know, as we got older, came out of college, it was more about the other players on our team.
Oh, no. I don't mean us. As we, I mean, we as in Michigan fans, we've been there. Yeah, but like you said, all in all, I'm getting a little more in. I'm always in, but I'm reserved. You know what I'm saying? Because I man, I know what Hardball's been doing the last 6 years. We ain't going to play that game. So I've seen us go undefeated for a couple games at the beginning of the season, and then all of a sudden, lost, bowl game, lost. You know what I mean? So, no, I'm not getting into that. So even if we do lose a game here or there, I like the growth that we're showing. It's a different feel about the team. So I like it. All right, because we're not going undefeated, bro. I mean, I just.
And I'm telling you, we don't beat that one team down south. I still got issues. It's time. It's
you know what I mean? Yeah, it's time. This is a really good year to do it. This is a really good year to do it. But I mean, give me effort. Give me compete. Give me fight. You know what I'm saying? The last couple of years, you ain't gave me shit.
Nathan.
So give me something to be excited about to say next year, bro. We nice. You know what I'm saying? Give me something. But anyway, I digress.
Let's do this basketball. We can talk Michigan all day. Let's do this basketball.
Yeah, I digress. So let's get on into it. We got From the Elbow. Brought to you by Rogue Energy Drink Mix, where you order and make sure that you use the BW Sports 1 promo code. and get your 10% off of the next purchase. But somehow I think I inhaled some pollen. Pardon me. I feel better. Maybe I need to wash it down with a nice Oktoberfest.
There you go. Oh, you got a birthday coming up too, Oktoberfest.
You are correct. In days. So, but that's a whole nother issue. But it's not an issue. I mean, it is an issue, but it's not an issue. But anyway, back to that. Basketball, WNBA finals. Have you paid attention to any of the finals last week? I know you worked second shift, but I know you catch shit during the day.
So, yeah, I watched a little bit, not a lot, but I like what I'm seeing of the two teams that are in it right now. Actually, they're playing right now, 83-66, 6 minutes left in the fourth. Chicago's winning. I was surprised. Like, I like Chicago. I like Candace Parker. But I really thought I'm a Taurasi fan. Like, I think she's the best playing in the league right now. And I just somehow, some way felt like she would find a way, even with the injury that she's coming back from, that they would be able to go ahead and take another one home. So it's a great series so far. And I'm interested to see how it plays out.
I mean, the injury, like, she's not coming back. She hurt. She playing on the broke foot. Like, she's a wounded animal right now. You know what I mean? And I agree with you. What is going on with Chicago, the Sky right now, is absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? They had some pieces on the team, but those pieces were still missing. I don't want to say a single key piece, but they were missing a piece that can tie them all together. And I mean, with Vandersloot, you know, setting records with assists and things like that, and her marksmanship behind the line. And then you have, I forgot the young lady's name, who was just like ridiculous off the bounce. But then you got Candace Parker coming in with all her knowledge of the game. You know, this is a big slap to Derek Fisher, man, the GM of the Sparks. Hey, bro, there was no reason. She never wanted to leave LA. That was it. You know what I mean? That was her spot. You know what I mean? But you couldn't get your shit together. So she went on back to the crib, and she brought them leadership. She brought them how to win. She showed them how to work. Hey, all I need y'all to do is just keep me afloat until I can get back from this little nagging injury I got. So when I come back from this little nagging injury, we can really lead this thing. They took out the number one team in the league with ease. You know what I'm saying? Number one defensive team in the league. They had won 14 games in a row coming back from the Olympic break because the sun was hot.
Hot.
None. Done. Cooled off. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting, you know. And I enjoy watching Diana Taurasi. We've actually been watching her all our life. You know what I mean? I've seen her as soon as she hit into Connecticut, into the WNBA, you know, playing with Connecticut, then coming over with the Mercury. I mean, hey, man, she's USA ball. She by far is my favorite.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you turn your mic down? Yes. I'm talking too loud.
I didn't want to be the one to say it, but I'll make sure I tell you next time.
I don't even know if I can do that. You know what? Here, because I don't have my mic. Let's try this. I don't know. I'll just talk softly. Okay. How about this?
Sound like you're calling a golf match, son.
All right, let's show this. Okay. Diana Taurasi. She's really exciting player. I've been watching her forever. She's my favorite player. You know what I mean? But I don't think she's really the one that's making it go for Phoenix. I think it's Brittany Griner. She has dominated the game, as you can see in that last game 5 in the semifinals, how she just dominated 27 points in the paint, double-figure rebounds, and the key block shot at the end of the game there to be, you know, to beat by who is my favorite basketball player right now is Liz Cambage. I mean, she is killing it. But, yeah, this is going to be fun. It's going to be fun, bro.
All right, moving on.
Okay, moving on. He says he don't want to talk about them chicks no more. Yeah, I said it.
I thought we was trying to keep it in a half.
No, I'm talking slick. I'm talking slick. All right, so we got the $4 million fraud scheme with the NBA players. 18 NBA players arrested, bro.
Yeah, man. I just and I was talking to a friend of mine earlier. Like, I just the missed money management at this era of basketball, the way it still happens is astounding to me. Like, and I get all these players weren't multimillionaires, but they were at least thousandaires. And I feel like they had connect, like they could have hollered at LeBron. They could have hollered at Jordan and been like, hey, what, you know, I want to make these investments, smaller increments, but still be able to. So I feel like that plays a part in it. And I just don't get why they want to defraud the NBA. I guess to them it seemed kind of easy. I think it was like I think it was almost 10 years, 7 to 10 years they've been doing this, that the time frame.
Yeah, I think it was a 7-year span.
So, yeah, it's sad. It's disheartening, but unfortunately they did it. And I believe one of the players' wives is also involved. So she got arrested as well.
Hey, listen, bro. I got a couple things to say about this. One, they were millionaires because you played long enough to get this benefit. This is 10 years. If you play 10 years in the league, you got 2 contracts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? You got at least $2 million. But yeah, minimum. But then the second is, listen, if you got the mental aptitude to create this scheme to defraud the NBA health and insurance policy or whatever, bro, why don't you just, you know what I mean, go into insurance?
That might have been the path.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Everybody can't go on ESPN or NBA TV. You know what I mean?
But they can still work in the organization. They could be the scout. I mean, they could still be a part of
something. I mean,
some sort.
I don't know, but I'm not the one to talk about fraud schemes, so I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Moving on. Moving right along.
Moving right along. All right. The NBA is no longer doing random drug tests for marijuana for the upcoming season.
Well, I feel like it has a lot to do with a lot of these states legalizing marijuana, and it goes into it's not necessarily a performance enhancer. So I feel like the players probably negotiated that in with the collective bargaining agreement, and I'm not sure what they gave up for that, but I just feel like it's something that was on the way, something that was coming in the first place.
I think it was coming anyway. I'm not really sure if it was in the CBA because I think the CBA was done before they made this announcement. I mean, I think they finished the CBA before the season, right? Before the last season started. So I think that this might have been because when they did do it, they stopped testing during the bubble too.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I'm with you on that with the more states that has become legal and then the fact that it's become way more medical use, you know, with pain, you know, to getting people off of opiates, which seem to be a little bit more damaging to your body, you know, however you take it. So, it's 2021. If it's shit, who gives a damn? Whatever you do, if you take care of your business, whatever you do, I don't care. You know what I mean? If you get up
don't hurt anybody.
Yeah, but you get up or you go to work every day, you come home, you feed your family, they clothe, they house, ain't got to worry about nothing. You got extra $20, you won't put one to the head. Him don't give a shit. Not my problem. I mean, just don't run over the old lady going to get cookies at the convenience store.
Right, at the bodega.
At the bodega. Whole lot of money.
Right.
I don't even know why I like that song, man. It's just catchy. It's just catchy.
Some songs do just have a catchy lyrics or catchy hook. And the beat's just right.
That might be it because it does sound really good on the beats. Like, I digress. Next up, Pau. Old Gasol. Old Pau Gasol not only says goodbye to the NBA, he says goodbye to basketball altogether. No longer playing for the Spain national team, which I think he's played there longer than he's played in the NBA.
Definitely. I felt like his NBA career was, it was good. There was a span of time where his body type, he kind of was that Dirk, except for he played defense, but offensively having the jumper, having the post game, definitely Kobe needed him for those championships. So I don't have nothing horrible to say. He will make the Hall of Fame, I'm sure, for his overall basketball career, being overseas and being here. Definitely see him making that, but like all times, yeah. Like Ben Wallace. If Ben Wallace made the Hall of Fame, he's making the Hall of Fame.
Listen. If Ben Wallace make the Hall of Fame, I got one for you. If Ben Wallace is making the Hall of Fame, Small Tisley is making the Hall of Fame, dog.
Yeah, but which Hall of Fame is Tisley going in? That's the question.
No, we're not talking about the 38th Street
Hall of Fame, the
Breast Ball Hall of Fame.
The Tootsie Glocks Hall of Fame.
No, man, I've always been a fan of Powell, man. Like since he came into the league, being rookie of the year at Memphis, you know what I mean? I think Powell was the first Kevin Love. You know what I mean? Not as in the type of basketball, but as in being a superstar or a very, very good player on a not very good team. You know what I mean? You really didn't get to see Powell all the way in his prime with a good team. Now, you saw a very good Powell with a good team, and he won 2 championships and went to the finals 3 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? So,
and he was a part of those teams. He was a serious part of those teams. He's
part of that team. And if you look at it, you know what I mean, the 2 most fundamental players in the league at that 20-year span was Tim Duncan and Pau Gasol. You know what I mean? They had all that. They had the nice mid-range jump shot. They could step out and hit the deep shot if they needed to, but it wasn't their game. They stayed in their game. Elbows, 15-foot wing shots, bank shots, all of that, post moves, drop steps, jump hooks, up and unders. They had all of that. If you want to know footwork, go watch them 2 dudes and learn some footwork. So I'm good with Pau. And he's like Spain's all-time everything.
Yeah, Spain's. Yes, Spain's.
Yeah, I said Spain. I was very clear with that. Spain.
Okay.
All right, let's move on from Spain. All right, a couple rule changes for this upcoming season that they're playing around with in the preseason so far. One being the rule that I hate, the foul that I hate so much, when you get a defensive player in the air and you jump into them to create a foul.
Right.
That I don't like. They have said that they're making an emphasis on paying attention to that rule and trying to change that. I don't know if they said they was going to make it an offensive foul call. They were just going to make it a no call or whatever. So far, I've seen it be a no call. But I think it'll get back to, they'll filter it back in as the season goes along.
And that's exactly what I was about to say. They start off like that, and then slowly but surely, as the year goes on, the emphasis just moves to something else, I guess, is the best way to say it.
Yeah.
The emphasis of what they're trying to get together just kind of moves to something else, and they end up doing the same stuff.
Same stuff. So I feel that their emphasis is going to change to the instant replay. So they're trying to get away from having all of the stoppages in the last minutes of quarters. So they're changing the instant replay on who can call, when can you call, and they've allowed the coaches challenge to go at the end of the last 2 minutes of all quarters for like stoppage of plays to check out of bounds and things like that. So going into this season.
Before that, The league had that, correct? Before that,
Right.
the league had to do it.
The league had to do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was just like every time the ball went out of bounds, we're stopping the play. You're like, nah, bro, we ain't ready to do that.
Like I'm usually old school in a lot of these things, but a lot of people's jobs is putting on that. So I kind of want it to be right versus how much time it takes to get it right. I'm kind of leaning on getting it right because, like I said, so many things depend on these games.
It does. It does. So many things depend on the thing, but the fact that we have to do it, or if it was so much of a emphasis or a demanding on somebody's job per se, is it more demanding on their job in the last 2 minutes of the game than it is in the first 8 minutes of the first quarter?
But it's still all a part of the game. Like the end of the day, at the end of the game, you win or lose, and that was dictated. And if you lose it in the last 2 minutes, yeah, you could have done better the first 8 or whatever, but that doesn't take away the 2 minutes. That don't mean the 2 minutes don't need to be right.
Okay. I mean, I just don't like all of the stoppages. You know what I mean? It takes away the flow of the game. And I think that some coaches and players initiate these stoppages to get extra timeouts when they don't have them.
It's been taken advantage of. Or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. But it's irrelevant. It doesn't. I know. At the end of the day, I really don't care because I'll just switch games. I'll just switch games. Just switch games. All right. Playing around with this vaccination thing right now. 95% of the vaccine. I don't even think this was supposed to even be in there, but I'll put it back. 95% of the NBA is vaccinated. 93% of the league is African American. The strongest push for the vaccination is in the urban and African American communities. Just saying.
Yeah, and I get you. Believe me, it took me a while. I am vaccinated. This is my 2 week after my second vaccination. I never got sick. I never, my arm was sore, but I've heard, some tales, some people got really sick. I never really got that. And before this, I've never been like a flu shot guy. Like I always went and got the flu. I usually just got sick once a year or so, and and that was it. But with the league coming down with you can't play in certain areas, they start bringing in, money. And, well, how much do you care about this subject? Then usually 95% want that money or, feel like they need to get vaccinated for, family members and things of that nature. Kyrie's always, done Kyrie, went on his own way and how he felt. It is what it is. So 95% is not bad. Like I said, I feel a lot of it's due to the fact that there's places they can't play and will not get paid for. So that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah, and I find it funny how all of a sudden New York's laws or rules are changing and it's starting to benefit. It's like, when I hold off just long enough. But I did notice that KD kind of out the way spoke about it. I kind of read between the lines. I got it. He's basically like, that's my guy. I'm behind my guy. But, hey, my guy, you know what I'm saying? We trying to do great things. Are you in or are you out? That's kind of how I'm feeling that from him, and the beard don't talk anyway, so yeah, I don't expect to hear anything from him.
He's just in the cut.
You know what I'm saying? He's trying to stay off SNL. I need to go watch that because I'm going to watch that because I heard it was funny as shit, and I'm going to watch it. And I want to see what Blake Gifford did, because he's funny on SNL.
Was that just this past Saturday?
Yeah, it was Saturday. I went and watched it because I was watching that damn fight and the Michigan game and the Notre Dame game. And Alabama getting beat, watching all that shit.
Yeah, I do got to get on that football, the NFL football, not the college, but I digress as well. So tell me what you're thinking about this first week of preseason.
First week of preseason. Yep, because that is supposed to be on there. I did erase some stuff. That's cool. First week of preseason. Hey, I'm excited about the first week of preseason because I've seen a couple teams that I was really interested to look at and talk about them just a little bit longer, a little bit here when we go over a couple things in the East. Yeah, there was a couple players, a couple things, especially with the Lakers, I'd like to see, but you haven't seen everybody together, and I expected it. You know, especially with a lot of these teams, you don't expect to see everybody together right away with the preseason. But I think when we hit the end of next week, going into the third week, we'll start to see the teams go a little bit more. But I'm excited, especially some of these young players, man. Some of these young guys look good, man.
Yes. They just have to get their NBA chops for the most part. Very rare that a rookie comes in like LeBron or even
Luka.
Luka came in, made a presence. I like even little DeBarge, but I know it wasn't his first year. It took him a little bit, but DeBarge showed out last. Trey Young showed out last.
Hey, man, he did well the second half of his rookie year, man. He was shooting that thing. And everybody was like, Atlanta, Trey Young. I actually went the little baby hair boy.
Baby hair boy.
You know what I mean? I was checking out his little shoes, man. I just can't mess with Adidas, man. They not ice to me.
No. Well, first week for me, I'm definitely more NBA than anything. So I was definitely excited the basketball was back, even though you only got to see your star players a limited time. But I still got to see one of my favorite players, Steph. You know, the three-pointer is still doing his thing. I got to see a little bit of the Pacers, trying to see what they're going to look like this year. So I'm excited for the season to start, man. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. All right, so excuse me. All right, so preseason first week, we still got a week and a half left for the season start. So I expect some of these things to amp up. We got a slated games today, and then we have games all week on NBA TV and ESPN and all the other NBA channels. So make sure you jump in and check out some of your NBA TV. I think March Madness is in 2-3 weeks, so we'll have some college coming up here soon as well. And you already know we're talking Indiana high school boys and girls basketball because we live in Indiana and tough. My daughter plays, and so you don't have to hear about it. All right, so we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to jump back into the Eastern Conference. We'll talk about contenders, could-be's, second tiers, and what the hell did I call it? Patience, please. So we'll be right. Let's see who we're going to do. I don't know. Let's do this one. All right, everybody. That was our good friend Zach over at Elite Performance. If you want to get your body in that elite performance shape, make sure you contact my good buddy Zach over at 765-499-1005, and he will get you all the way niced up. So if you guys been following us on Instagram, the Lion has been in Billings, Montana, doing the BKFC Fight Night 1 fight thing last night. Pretty exciting. Some good fights. I think we had one of our fightings. Miss Killer B didn't get the fight because her fighter didn't make weight. That sucks, man. Isn't that like showing up to the gym talking good shit about hooping, and you ain't got no damn shoes.
Right. Got your shoes at home.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
no one else is like, nah, we ain't. Nah, no one has shoes for you. You just
it's crazy.
You keep
so right, you keep score. So shout out to Dan and Michael Hanowski and Carma Coin. Those guys taking care of us on the fight scene over at Bare Knuckle BFKC 1. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. The Eastern Conference. So we'll do Eastern Conference this week. Then we'll do Western Conference next week, and then we'll be full blown into the season. And then you get to hear us talk about them all week. I mean, all year. You'll love it. It'll be great. All right, so Eastern Conference, man. I think the Eastern Conference as a whole is better than the West. I think the West is very top heavy, and then it just drops off. I think the East is I think there's a lot more teams that are competitive, I can say. I don't say there's a lot more teams that are winnable. I think there's a lot more teams that are competitive in the East than there are in the West.
I don't know, man. The West, I mean, the West has a lot too. So I will say the East has come up. Like it's been definitely West dominant as far as talent, but I feel like the East has come up. I'm not going to say they necessarily overtaken it just because Dallas, Clippers, Lakers, Golden State, Portland, Phoenix. Well, Utah.
Now you're slowing down.
Right, Utah, but I mean, come on.
I'm not saying I'm not against Utah. I'm thinking that's probably it. You got your first 7 teams in the playoffs, and that's it. The rest of them is like, whoo, boy, y'all just goof up, make it in by default because I'm trying to get that number 1, 2, 3 pick.
Right.
But I feel that the East, overall, I think it's going to be a better competition throughout the East because there's so many more teams that are on the upswing overall as a whole, complete, together, rounded in the East.
I forgot Denver.
Yeah, that just depends. That just depends with Jamal Murray come back.
I don't know, man. I like the kid. The number 1 draft pick got hurt, but now he's playing. He just got that contract.
Porter?
Light skin box, yes.
Yeah.
Potential. This
nice small
breakout, a really breakout.
I need a point guard. I need somebody to lead. I need somebody to lead the masses, and that's what Jamal did. They was better with him, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm looking at the injury report. No timetable. That's what you don't want to hear. I mean, but he tore his ACL, so it's gonna be
a while.
Yeah, it's no time. Hey, I don't know. Okay,
there's
but
really no need to rush it. I feel like without him, they'll still be up there.
Don't rush it. Please don't. All right, so let's talk about the Atlantic. In the Atlantic, we got the Celtics, Knicks, Nets, Sixers, Raptors. You know what? By the due of time, we're not even going to break it down like that. Let's break it down like this. We got East contenders. These are the teams that that most people feel that are championship ready Eastern Conference teams who are built to go win a Eastern Conference title and compete for an NBA title. We got the Nets, the Bucks, and the Heat. Those are the 3 solid teams that we got as championship contenders of the East. Do you agree with those?
So I feel like there's an asterisk on Philly, depending on what they do with this Ben Simmons situation. Other than that, everyone else is just, they're coming up. I would like to see New York transcend, but they look like a deer in headlights last year. So hopefully they'll learn from that and be a little better once the playoffs hit.
But what about those three teams that we got for championship contenders?
No, I agree. I agree.
You
Only
agree with
thing, like I
those?
said, those three, and then Philly as the Astros.
All right. Well, I got Philly in the second tier of those teams that are all asterisk teams, so to speak. Like I got Philly, the Hawks, Boston, and the Knicks.
Yeah, that goes right.
Yeah, that goes right with that. Let's see. And then could be's. These are teams that, with injuries put back into place or pieces come together, teams that always able to maybe give you something a little down the way if things fall into place. I got the Pacers, the Bulls, the Hornets, and the Wizards.
I'm a Pacer fan, but I'm a realist. No, I don't.
You don't even have them in the could be's.
I mean, maybe the playing. Are you talking about the playing games?
Yeah, these are the could be's. These are could be's. These are good. These are not patience. You know what I mean? Patience, please.
Well, if you go off the Pacers' history, to be honest, they'll probably make the playing game and then lose the first series. Yeah. Or maybe even losing the playing game. Whatever gets us the 12th, 13th, 14th pick, that's what we're going to do.
And see, the thing that I hate about that category, because two teams in here that I really like, that I think that can be better with the right stuff. One would be the Pacers. People will be the help with that. You know what I mean? You're not going to get. Who knows if you get TJ Warren back? I think they got him on a. What the hell they put him on? They got him on a who knows. You know what I mean? Like who knows? Like like they put you on the indefinite because your surgery just was terrible. Like, ooh, the worst surgery of all surgery done. You know what I mean? And Karras, you've already going to start the season off hurt, and your name is in trade blocks. So, are they going to make the deal with Ben Simmons with Philly? Even though I think I'm hearing Ben Simmons might show up, just so he don't lose money and can be traded and try to force the trade.
Yeah, it got real when they stopped cutting them checks. It got real.
Yeah, and especially when you bought that $17.5 million house. Yeah, I trolled the line, the gossip lines in LA. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, he bought a $17 million in LA. What does that mean? Is he going to the Clippers? Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. And then the Bulls. I like what's going on with the Bulls. You know what I mean? The moves with DeRozan coming over. Ball looking good coming over. Man, he's got that elbow in. His jump shot is looking really good. And the white mamba in preseason is looking real nice, son. The white mamba. Hey, man, my guy Levine said, I didn't really understand how good of a passer the white mamba was. He was dropping dimes, bro. He was dropping dimes. So I like to see that dynamic. Kobe White should be coming back pretty soon as well. He should be ready for the regular season. So I like to see that. And with the boy from Orlando last year, Vujacic.
Yeah.
So I think they have an opportunity.
I'm interested in seeing Atlanta. I do want to see what DeBarge does. Like I want to see how he follows this act up. So I'm definitely interested. I'm interested in the third installment or the fourth album.
I'm excited to see Atlanta too because they fought hard in the playoffs last year. They put out the Knicks. They won a playoff round. Collins should be healthy the whole year. A couple of dishes here and there.
He got his brown bag, so he ain't worried about money.
Right. So I'm liking Atlanta, and Trey's got that type of it factor. I mean, you can't really explain it. I just wish he quit taking some of his shots from deep. You could tell when his range is hit. Like Steph and Dame, you can't figure out where their range is hit because their shit form looks the same if it's from 28 feet or if it's from 45 feet. It looks the same. Like with Trae Young, you know exactly where his limit is. And he needs to stop shooting from that limit.
Or get better at it. One or the other.
Hey, yeah, stop. Work on it in practice, not in the game. So, and then trailing up, we got Patience Please. These are the teams that, fans Just be patient, trust the process. They got good management. They're making the right steps. They've just been bad for a while. You just got to give them some love, just a little bit of love, and they'll come around. You got the Pistons, the Raptors, the Magic, and the Cavs. I'm more excited about the Cavs and the Pistons than any of them, but
I'm kind of
yeah.
interested in Charlotte. I feel like they play well towards the end of the season last year, and I think Jordan is finally trying to put a real decent squad together. And I'm just interested to see how their season goes as well.
Yeah,
So,
I like Charlotte. I got them in the cookies.
They got LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington, and one of them Plumleys. You know, each team I think got a Plumlee on their.
Yeah, but they got that young boy Devontae Graham too.
Yep, they got Miles Bridges.
Yeah, he got good bounce, and Miles Bridges can put that ball in the hole, bro. And he got good bounce.
Yeah, good boys. Good
leads. Yeah, good boys. Good leads. You know what I mean? I they're missing a big, you know what I mean? And I don't think Zeller is it.
But the league is, unfortunately, you can win without a really talented big, unfortunately, these days. You really just need a big that could defend the pick and roll, and you're good and get some rebounds.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying I don't think he's it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know,
I get you.
I mean, I think
you don't have to get
a little better love than Zeller get a little better love. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I got the Hornets and the Could Be's, so I got them with the Pacers and Bulls. You know what I mean? I kind of really want to slide the Wizards down to the Patience, please. Depending on how long Bradley Beal is there, but with the additions of Dinwiddie and I think another cat, you know, it might entice Bill to be a little bit more Dame Lillard-ish.
Your Laker dude, Caldwell Pope, is there.
Yes, KCP.
Mm-hmm.
KCP.
And Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, Kuz. You know what I mean? He tried to get back to Detroit, man. He tried to get close to Flint.
I don't know why. Who wants to get close to Flint? No disrespect.
I mean, he was better when he was drinking that water.
That tainted water. Who knows?
Exactly.
You still don't know what's in that water.
That was my point. You know what I mean? That was his mutant power. That was his enzyme. Oh, that's ridiculous. Anything else you got in the East, man?
Not at this time. I'm sure as the league goes along, but I'm interested to see everything. Really, I want to see how it shakes out. Definitely, just excited. NBA's back. Excited. Golden State's going to be healthy. I just love the way they play. To be honest, that's why I'm so on Golden State. Because usually, you know, I'm not cheering for that top tier. I wasn't necessarily a Jordan fan, but I was a Magic fan, and a lot of it is just how they played the game. It's just very entertaining, and that's kind of what I tried to model. A lot of my playing style is like that, so it definitely gravitates to me a lot more.
Well, I'm anxious to see how Golden State. I mean, they managed it well without Clay last year, and they're still going to have to manage it to at least Christmas with Clay. Because they don't expect him to at least December or January, so it's going to be either Christmas or the beginning of the year till you get Clay back. And Wiseman, they don't have a no timetable on him. But I'd really like to see them do some things. But it's just that damn Wiggins, man. Wiggins.
He's a wild card.
Damn Wiggins. But Jordan Poole, man, shout out to Michigan. Boom, boom, go blue. Jordan Poole seems to be getting his thing together and filling in quite nicely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he had a great foundation. So it's not surprising to see him being able to excel.
Right. So that's what we got for basketball today. You know what I mean? It's time to get back to football. You know what I mean? My Steelers won today, so I don't give a shit about anybody else. Post play tomorrow night, so we all good in the hood, bro.
Good deal. Yeah. Back to football as well. Unfortunately, I won't be able to see the Colts play tomorrow, but it is what it is. I will definitely enjoy the rest of this evening. Football. And all right, the storm. Just want to talk about fall. It's my favorite weather. So give fall some love. Love to get with the hoodies and shorts and flip flops. I just love this time of year. It's cool, yet still sunny. This is perfect. Back when people were playing outdoor basketball, this was the time of year that we would get it in, just getting ready for the winter to come. So a lot of memories in fall, a lot of memories. So shout out to fall. Hope everyone enjoys their fall. And that's all I got, man.
This was the time of year that gave me the love of playing with the long sleeves on. Right here, long sleeves of shirt that it just went into. Hey man, it's you hot? Nah, son. With that jump shot hot though. All right, well, since you had an eye on the storm, I guess I'll go ahead and give them that one good thing. That one good thing I got for you today is all hail the Gypsy King. Woo! Beat that boy ass. Hey, I wonder how heavy his mask was today. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not really getting it, but whatever it was, Tyson Fury gave him that dad bod. Shout out to all the dad bods. That's all I got. Hey, have a good week this week. Tune in to all the shows that we got going on BW Sports. Hit the website, BWSPORTS1.com, and you can check out the whole lineup from our mental awareness lady to our wrestling people. So get at us, BW Sports 1. If you have any marketing, design, voiceovers, anything you like for us to do, would you love to hear either one of our great voices put your product out there to the people? Get us up. info.bwsports1 at gmail.com. Yo.
Let me give him a taste of the radio voice. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
89.3 WJEL. I'm your DJ Storm on the mic. I can do them reads for you, son. I can do them reads.
That is absolutely fabulous. That was the best I've ever heard. I am ready to go. I am ready to spin records. All right, everybody have a good weekend. Make sure you tune in to your basketball and look at your local basketball scene. Chip in wherever you can. And we are out because we got nothing else to do but whatever the hell we want to do.